Welcome back, City Skylines players and fans, to Capital City, the airport project. Alright, now we're coming right along on the redirection, I guess is the best way to put this, or the redesign of the airport. We've got a ultra-modern terminal, the second size, or the medium-sized terminal there with the double-decker, the arrivals on the bottom and the departures on top. And I've mirrored that over to all four sides of the airport. So what we're going to do now is we are going to put in the large terminal in the middle here. So what we're going to do is I mirrored these over using this road here as a guideline because this is the exact center, and then I mirrored the other side over to the other side of the airport using oops, wrong side, this line, this road right here, because these are the exact center. If you would line these roads up, that would meet the exact center of the airport. So that's how I mirrored those over. So what we're going to do is we are going to bring, we'll create another guide road using the dirt roads. And we're going to take that up. We'll go ahead and take that up. Let's do 40. And because I haven't really worked the math out as well on this. And then we'll go 20 more. That might be, we might need to go up 10 more than that, honestly, but we'll take a look at it and see where we're at. But we'll go down 20, get rid of these. And then we'll do the exact same thing that we did with the other side. We'll grab the concourse, we'll grab the end, and with the anarchy on, you see how that connects to all four axes here. And we'll just go up. Actually, just need to go up 10. Don't really need to go up because we'll just kind of use that as a dummy. And then we'll just grab, oh yeah, we'll need to go up more than that. Yeah, I misjudged that big time. So get rid of that, go back to the guide road, and let's go up 20 more. And then we will hold two of those off, do the same sequence. Yeah, I didn't do the math on that one as well as I did the other one. And then put that in there, and yeah, that works better. That works a lot better, actually. And we may need to see how we're doing on space over here. Yeah, that works. Drop that in, and then get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of the guide road, and then voila, it's right in the center. And I still have the guide road here, so we'll leave that there. And then what we'll do is I'm going to back this off one, actually all four of these, 10 units. And then we'll take the concourse, and then because this works like a network, like a road or a fence or subway or train tracks or anything like that, you can use the curved road or the freestyle form, or the update too. But if you bring this out, it brings the lines down so that you know exactly how to curve this, fit that in, and then you can do this exact same thing on the other side. Fits in there perfectly. So wow, voila. It's even on both sides. You got the same distance between here and here. Same distance here and here, exactly the same. So it works pretty good. Now what we'll do, we'll grab the road tool, and we're still using the 3-lane road here. So I'm going to do the same thing there. I'll bring that out until this might be a little bit trickier because it doesn't look like, for some reason, the elevated road well, that might be too far away, so maybe if we put probably don't need to bring them down that far, honestly, but so maybe if we bring those down there, that did it. And of course I didn't have the curved road tool turned on. Boy, I'm just having all sorts of issues. Select that. Make sure that's 10 units. It is. Okay. Curve road tool. There we go. We'll get this right eventually. Bring that down, and then we don't want to connect it to here. I want to connect. Well, actually, that's not a bad corner there, I guess. Let's try this and see what it looks like. Actually, I kind of like that. Yeah. Really wasn't planning on doing it that way, but the corner's not too sharp. It's not too terribly bad. So, yeah. We'll bring these down 10. And then, even though it's going the other direction, I always build my corners exact same way when I'm trying to do something symmetrically. So even though the roads are going the other direction, I always try to do that because you can always reverse them. There, I think that, yeah, that works. And then just go through and reverse the roads, and wow, it's connected. Yeah, that works good. Now, I did want to leave a little space in here, just like this, because I have an idea for decorative, and it did leave the space. Before I was cutting this back even one more and then redrawing the concourse after putting these in, but I actually like this like this. Not to mention they come in and do this sharp turn and then come back out, and so that way they immediately don't start doing another curb. So that kind of works. I would have never built a airport terminal with that sharp of a curve in it, but that's I'm sure there's some of them that are like that though. But because really, in all reality, you could really only have bus stops here or here. It'd be kind of difficult to have the buses won't really. Well, you might be able to do that. I'll have to play with that. But the buses really won't look right when you do a bus stop on a curve. They don't really. They don't get out of the other lanes correctly, and they're kind of meshed in their own, moved in their own angle and stuff. Okay, so what we'll do, obviously we want to get rid of some of this grass here that's clipping over the roadway. So yeah, 3 of them have got to go. may move that other one over slightly. Yeah, we may have to move that over slightly, but we'll see what to play around with that, or may move it at another angle so it looks a little bit better instead of looks kind of wouldn't necessarily say jankety, but looks kind of weird at that angle. Not to mention this one and this one. There's like three of them that are like exclusively under the overpass, and we talked about that on the last video, that it would be kind of hard for grass to grow underneath a elevated highway like that. I mean, you could possibly do it, but it would be kind of hard to do. That's the leftover subway stop, or the leftover monorail stop from when we had those other monorail stations here. Line 6 is the airport, so we'll eliminate that. Just what I was thinking about it, so we'll get rid of that, and then we'll have to redo those stops at a later date. Okay, so let's get going here. I have something planned for this right here, and what I may do is also connect the roads, these two roads in here. But in order to do that, you really need to do a interstate or highway. That's what they call it. A highway through here, but by doing that, it creates a problem with these not having a road connection. And and you can't really force zoning on a highway. At least I haven't had any luck with doing that. So that creates a problem with the decorations through here. What I may do is pull out some of these parks here, and then maybe make this piece a road, these a road, surface road, and then start the highway here and here, and then probably just take it all the way to the terminal, just for the sake of appearance, and then do the exit ramp off of this, and then just eliminate these right here. So this one here will probably be good, but I'd have to eliminate all this, and then do something else for the decorative part of this. But we'll play with that later and see where we're at. But one thing I wanted to do now is now that we have this in, and we'll mirror it over to the other side and get that taken care of. What we're going to do is we're going to put in some decorations right here. And what I thought about using is the airport's DLC has these. It works like the University and Park Life, where it works on attractiveness and number of passengers. So if you select this, well, I think you have to have all these checked off first before it shows up. But it works on attractiveness, so if you have different things, it raises the image of your airport. So there's different items in here. There's the budget hotel, which is worth 40, and then you have the luxury hotel, which is worth 80. And then they have different things. There's these empty hangars. Those are worth 40 and 80. And then you have these planes that you can just kind of lay around, parked around the airport, and they're worth so much attractiveness. But you also have a fuel station, and there's some more planes. But you have different sizes too. You have the small planes, and then you have the medium, and there's large. But there's a couple different varieties of each. It looks like there's three different varieties of each section. Okay, so it looks like there's 2 cargo and 2 large, and then there's 3 medium and 3 small. And then there's also this airport lounge, which works. It has to be attached to a concourse. You can also attach it to a terminal, but it has to be attached to a concourse in order for it to work. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this. Just trying to pick right at the apex of the curve, but because this curve's at an odd angle, I guess we'll just pick right here between these two cutouts, and we'll just try to get that centered. There. And then also another thing that you can do is, if you don't like the angle of this, you can pick it and pull it out a little bit, because it does go into the concourse quite a bit. So you can have it out further, or you can leave it the defaults about where the skylights meet the concourse. But you can pull it out. I mean, obviously you can't pull it out too far, because there is a limit. But pull it out. We don't want to pull it out too far, because we don't want it like those people looking at the guardrail on the road there. And then obviously you can change the angle a little, move it too. Another thing that you can add to the attractiveness is you can go back to the buildings, and you have the airport towers, and they have attractiveness too. These aren't necessary for the airport to run. All you need is a terminal. Get back to, I guess you gotta shut this off. There we go. All you need is an airport terminal, an aircraft stand, and a runway. That's literally all you need. They should have a taxiway in there too, because you have to have the taxiway to connect to the runway, but it won't let you do it without having a taxiway, so I guess it's kind of pointless to put it on the checklist, but you do have to have it on a taxiway to connect the runway and the taxi stands, or the airport stands. But these buildings, these towers connect to the concourse, just like the lounge does. So what I was going to do is, I don't particularly like the ultra modern. I mean, it's alright, but I think it's a little bit too much ultra modern, so to speak. I think this would be a cool like observation tower next to like the art museum or something like that. So what I was going to use was the modern control tower, and because we have this massive control tower here, if you haven't seen any of my other videos, I highly recommend. When we were setting up the building, I put this control tower here in the center, and this control tower does the entire airport, and it does both sides, and all 4 terminals. Well, we've got 6 terminals now, but it does all the terminals and everything. So what I thought about doing was taking this tower and placing it with Anarchy on, and putting it right in the center of this lounge. That should be about right. Yeah. And then you can do a couple different things with it. You can leave it just like that, because there are windows out the back there. There's windows all around. So you can sit there and look out over the concourse and see the tarmac and everything in the future here. But you could do a couple different things. You could grab the tower and you could pull it out. By doing that, there is a windsock and a luggage, not sure what you call those, luggage trucks or luggage little trains that they move luggage around on. But you can convert it to a procedural object, and it eliminates that. Now, obviously, you lose the attractiveness on it, and it doesn't really do anything other than it just looks good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it as the actual object, and then I'm going to place it inside the lounge here. And yeah, there is a windsock there, but that can easily be covered up by a tree, bush, something like that. So I'm going to leave that like, because I think that looks great. Looks like a little lounge, and then maybe you can, pay a small fee to go up and look, or maybe that's the VIP lounge up there, and this is for other passengers, and then these are for VIP, frequent flyers. You get so many points, you can visit these lounges and stuff. Who knows? So what we'll do, we'll go ahead and grab paintbrush, and we'll just kind of eliminate all that. Eliminate the sidewalks there. There we go. And so you can barely see the windsock anyway, especially at altitude. But we'll cover it up with a bush or tree or something and make it disappear. All right. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and off camera mirror this over, and then going to connect the next video. We'll connect these roads, and then we'll actually start laying plane stands down, and maybe build a few other things. And I do have some couple special things planned for this side and this side, and then the opposite two sides, obviously, on the other side there. But we'll go ahead and mirror this over, get all four sides looking exactly the same, and then we'll be back with the next video. This one was a little bit shorter. If you have any comments or suggestions for the airport, let me know. Any criticism too, if you think not something needs to be different or whatever, feel free. And like the video so more people can see it. Please support the channel, hit that subscribe button, and everybody remember, do the long game. Thanks for your time.